The first round went to the Capybaras. The second one won by Orange and Blue. Tonight, it's winner take all in the final showdown of 2026 for the Heck is Plausible Derby between FC Cincinnati 2 and Columbus Crew 2. From NKU Soccer Stadium in the Bluegrass State, I'm Philip Galati. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. The hosts tonight look to build momentum after heartbreak late last time out against Revs 2. Both Dylan Hurtado and Ayub Lashar picking up red cards in that game. So new faces in the first 11 for head coach Sammy Castellanos tonight. Meanwhile, Columbus Crew 2 under head coach Federico Higuain already with more points than they had all of last campaign. Currently fourth in the East, could come all the way up to second with a win tonight. For Cincinnati, U16 Academy goalkeeper Connor Dale on the back line, making his pro debut last week in between the posts for Revs 2, getting his second match tonight. Charlie Holmes, Felix Sampson will shift to cover those two red card suspensions. Michael Sullivan, the anchor of midfield, but keep an eye out for Camden Spire. The Academy product has been highly touted this season. Sheun Yang is on the bench after starting the last two matches, so the line is led by Stefan Chirilla with a team-leading 4 goals to his name, Adamar Chavez to his left, and David Mosquera to his right to round out the 4-3-3. As for Columbus Crew 2, head coach Federico Higuain opting for this look in midfield, 5 across with Chase Adams back in the lineup for the first time this month, tied with the captain Kevin Vomble on 6 goals apiece, but it is Zach Zenge first in scoring for the Capybaras with 8 so far this season. On the right flank, Tristan Brown will get the nod. And then in goal, Luke Pruder in search of his 4th clean sheet and 90-minute performance this season. His most recent one against FC Cincinnati 2 all the way back in March. The 14th all-time meeting in MLS Next Pro between these two clubs on the 14th of June in match week 13. It is Crew 2 on the right side of your screen in the yellow, the orange, and blue of Cincinnati. And take the field shortly. The first meeting back in late March, a 2-0 win for Columbus. And then right here at NKU Soccer Stadium back on May the 10th was a 2-1 win for FC Cincinnati 2. Of the 6 matches they have played on home soil, they have won 3 of them as they look to build momentum in the table. And if that ratio is set to continue, it will mean much more in the coming weeks as well, as this will be the first of a 5-game slate at NKU Soccer Stadium for the Orange and Blue. Meanwhile, Crew 2 searching for just their 3rd win on the road this season. Again, a lot of movement in the table with some earlier matches this weekend. But it is all to play for. Atop the Eastern Conference, Crown Legacy currently leading with 30 points. Orlando City B and Revs 2 both with 28. Crew 2 currently in 4th with 26. They could jump as high as 2nd with the win tonight. Talking to Crew 2 head coach Federico Higuain earlier this week about what this derby means to him. He said it should be an excellent watch. So much fun to see these two teams go at it. So much fun to be on the sidelines for these types of games. They know well the soccer that Cincinnati likes to play. And again, the turnaround for the Capybaras, the 2022 MLS Next Pro champions, the 2023 runners-up in the Cup final. A badge built on success. In enemy territory tonight, it will be their kick to start off. Johan Chirinos gets the honors as the whistle of Laura Rodriguez sounds, and we are underway for the 3rd and final round of this derby in 2026. was a hotly contested affair last time out for Cincinnati 2 on this ground as they look to play defense early. Crew 2 with a halfway decent try going forward in the opening seconds. But it was a late winner for New England against 9-man Cincinnati last time out. David Mosquera picking up a red card for dog show in the 53rd minute before Ayub Lashar would see his second yellow in the 84th. Both unavailable tonight. An excellent crowd on hand as stormy skies have cleared ways. Pruder. Had an incredible college career at UC Irvine. Luke Pruder, top 10 in program history in wins, saves, goals against average, and tied for 3rd all-time in program shutouts. Tonight, his 13th appearance of the campaign, equaling his tally from last year. Whistle sounds right at midfield. Discipline will be a big talking point tonight as the evening rolls along. Sprayed forward, but asking too much of Tristan Brown. Overhit, and instead the U16 Academy goalkeeper, Connor Dale, will get his first few touches. Speaking to Cincinnati head coach Sammy Castellanos earlier this week about the importance of the academy players in this team. Said it's been absolutely incredible the work they've done this year and how many players have stepped up to the plate. Growing the academy has been the big emphasis this year, he said. Finding spots where these players can excel. How do these players feel seen, but also make sure they're ready to compete at this level? He said it's not an easy job, but certainly a fulfilling and rewarding one. The academy goalkeeper, Connor Dale, will certainly have his work cut out for him tonight. A team chasing the podium in the East, one of the more potent offenses in all of MLS Next Pro. As Camden Spire, another academy graduate, did well to intercept it. Nothing this time around. Now a chance to break the other way. Trivella ball forward for Brown in a foot race as Mosquera tracks back to recover. And still going Mosquera, may have taken a knock there, and he did. Sportingly helped back to his feet by Zach Sengate. David Mosquera, 18 years of age. The younger brother of former FC Cincinnati defender and Colombian national team player Yerson Mosquera. Cincinnati doing enough to earn the first corner kick of the night very early on. Starting on the right foot was another point of emphasis for head coach Sammy Castellanos earlier this week. Referee having a talking to with a couple players. Not uncommon these days, especially on corner kicks. Played deep into the box, stretching for it at the back post as Charlie Holmes couldn't redirect it towards goal. Holmes, the product of the Seattle Sounders Academy, a Seattle native. Played his college ball with Bucknell and most recently UConn. An All Big East second team selection with the Huskies last year. Already a goal to his name in his maiden campaign as a professional. Kawamachi. Rogers does well to turn out of pressure, but nearly gave it away. Chirinos on cleanup. Rogers making his 75th career appearance for Columbus Crew 2. What an incredible achievement for that young man. A Columbus native, just 20 years of age. Signed a professional contract at the start of the 2024 campaign. Made 26 appearances in 2025. He's played in nearly every match this season, starting each time he's been out there. Chirilla now. Direct ball forward and out of his goal quickly was Pritter. Safe hands and assured goalkeeping. Malilo shouldered off it. There is some space to break it out for Crew 2. They need more numbers. Zenge on an island. Adams looking to find him. Forced to turn back. Reset on the overlap. Low cross poked away. Chirilla first to it. Adams on the second ball. Can't get by the first man for the first Crew 2 corner kick of the afternoon. Chase Adams, the lone forward tonight on paper. You can see drifting into those wide channels, wanting to be a part of the buildup as any good attacker does. Short corner, dancing on the byline, and cleared away by Sampson. Throwing all the way back for Elliott now. Rogers again. Seeing more of the Crew 2 shape now when they're on the ball. How many numbers they want to get forward and the pressure they want to put on this Cincinnati back line. It's immediate and apparent, and enough to nearly win a throw, which will be backed up a little bit. Columbus not without the ball for very long. Another toe poke pass forward intended for Tristan Brown. Second to it, and look at the speed on the overlap now. All the way forward is Mosquera. He's got some wheels on him, doesn't he? The teenager from Colombia. Yet to record his first goal contribution this year. Had 3 goals last year in 15 appearances. Tonight his 9th time in the fold in 2026 and his 8th start. Rogers immediately hounded. Appeals that it went out of bounds from Ademar Chavez. Referee saying no. Sengay. Bamble. Bit of an overload on this near side for Cincinnati. The foul will be called as Johan Chirinos goes down hard. On any sort of derby match, there is going to be a little bit extra mustard in some of the coming togethers. The referee and crew well aware of that. Just excessive force there from David Mosquera. He goes through the man to get the ball. It's smart by Johan Chirinos just to take that step with his right foot and invite the contact. Final game of the weekend in MLS Next Pro, and a flurry of results earlier today. Chicago getting a win over Miami. CT United holding off Toronto by a score of 4-2. Revs 2 leaping up in a third place, overtaking Columbus in the table with a 2-1 win over New York. Here's Chavez now. Toe poke pass into the box. Doesn't get past the first defender. Brown again. Going direct. Well intercepted. Clipped forward. Mosquera trying to break through the lines. Pruder out of his area. Can't use his hands and just has to get rid of it. Bit of an awkward one for the goalkeeper there. Again, it's the speed of David Mosquera all the way up from the back. Emerging to be that early X factor for FC Cincinnati too. Cross from a tight angle. Well overhit, but nobody making that delayed run into the box. Yet to see either side mustered their first real chance at goal. But Columbus are pinned back here. They have to be careful. Flicked on by Spire. Intercepted by Bamble. Overlapping run spotted and well hit. Zange at the near side. Bamble showing short. And set all the way back for Kawamachi. Chirinos. Rogers directing traffic. And intercepted at the back by Mosquera. He's got a lane. And a pursuit of yellow shirts around him. As the ball will trickle all the way over the touchline. Off the ball going down, though, is Ademar Chavez. '17-year-old academy product, the 5th player in club history to sign a homegrown contract. Head coach Sammy Castellanos highlighted him in particular earlier this week. Someone who has an incredible future ahead of him, he said. learning a little bit every day by day how to become more of a professional, where to grow his game and really focus his attention. Gaining that life experience on how to be a pro. That growth mindset has been key, said Coach Castellanos. Chavez with 2 assists so far on the year. Good ball for Chirillo. It comes off his heel. May not have been expecting it. Fizzed into him like that. Rogers. Very condensed look in the middle third of the park now, as things try and stretch out a bit for the visitors in the final third. This is where they excel. Karamanchi trying to get there. Well held off. Being more effective in that final third was something head coach Federico Higuain told us about earlier this week. Something they've been focusing on in training Columbus Crew 2. At this level, said Coach Higuain, you have to be able to put away your chances, even if you create 8, 9, 10 chances a match. With the players of this caliber, the team only needs 2 or 3 good looks at goal before they can take the lead or do damage to yours. Another trip, as this time Chase Adams goes down, and it will be an early change for head coach Sammy Castellanos. Adamar Chavez unable to continue. Instead it is Leo Orejarena, a Chicago native, into the match. Played almost every minute for the first few months of the year. The 2024 MLS Next Pro Cup champion with North Texas. Even scored for the USA at U18 level, as this one deflects towards goal. Doesn't have the legs to get there, but nervy moments indeed for Crew 2. Another deflected pass out of the back as Chirillo goes down. No appeals to the referee. Appeals instead of the ball crossed the end line. It did not. Now it certainly has. Chirilla climbing the ladder, and he's won the foul as well. May have been a handball in there. Bouncing ball, a little difficult for the goalkeeper to handle. Stolen off of him and skips under the feet of Kevin Bomble, who would have had an open goal beckoning in front of him. Connor Dale just surprised by the hop. Chase Adams shifting his balance quickly and squares it across. There may have been just the slightest touch there from a sliding Camden Spire in support. But nervy moments for both goalkeepers in the opening 20 minutes. Tensions rising in the final round of the Derby. And a free kick for the visitors. taking quickly. Numbers in the area. Great ball in, and an even better save. Clawed off the line by Connor Dale. It was Kevin Bombley checking to it. It may have come off the post, actually. So quick, it was hard to tell at first glance. And he did. He went behind the goalkeeper, tried to be clever with it, and it wasn't a bad effort at all. Kevin Bombley with 6 goals, 3 in his last 3 matches. The captain can't convert. Since the opening 10 minutes or so, it has been almost all Crew 2. Since you've had their chances on the counter, as Zenge has a chance of his own, going down. That looked to be a clean tackle at first glance. Tried to cut it back, it was unsuccessful. There's a big sliding challenge, and this will likely be punished. It is a yellow card for Chance Malilo. 16 years of age and walking a tightrope now for the rest of this game. And he has to be careful leaving his feet like that. Just his second start of the season. Pardon me, his first, in fact, of the year, after coming off the bench at halftime last week against Revs 2. His first ever minutes against Columbus Crew 2, and now he will do well to see this match out. It hasn't been an overly physical contest thus far, but in a derby game like this, an early yellow card is smart from a refereeing perspective, just to establish the tone. And with a reckless challenge like that, flying in late to the ball, it was absolutely a booking. Awkward to read that bounce as Mosquera this time draws the call. This portion of the match is brought to you by First Financial Bank, official bank of FC Cincinnati. '25th minute, the third and final meeting between these two sides this year. Split one apiece. Columbus drew first blood in March. Cincinnati had the second laugh in May, but he who laughs last laughs best. Lots to play for tonight at NKU Soccer Stadium. Philip Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. As match week 13 in MLS Next Pro wraps up. The gap at the top of the table in the East slowly shrinking. Crew 2 right in the thick of it. Cincinnati trying to climb the table. Good low save. The effort from distance parried away, and the second ball dealt with as well. The U16 Academy goalkeeper Connor Dale rising to the occasion as he did last week. It's a rather comfortable one for him. Gets all of his body behind it. Saw it unobstructed. But still does ever so well to make it look easier than it was. Mosquera trying to use his speed and no real estate to do so. Senge all the way back fighting for it. And he's got a hand of Michael Sullivan's jersey. Michael Sullivan, integral part of this Cincinnati side. Made his professional debut last year with Toronto's second team. 4 goals, 1 assist in 22 starts. And made his MLS debut as well. Instead, it will be Leo Arejorena, the early substitute, to swing this one in as the sun comes out from behind the clouds. In swinging ball, deep delivery, and it bounces all the way through. A little bit closer to goal than maybe Arejorena was hoping for. Pruder stayed on his line. That looked like his to grab. Not the first instance of a miscommunication on the back line for the visitors. More speed on the left flank this time. Numbers waiting for it. Trilla took a bit of a shove. Never reached him. Heffis instead first to it. Holmes trying to corral it and goes down for another free kick. As this portion of the match is brought to you by Mercy Health, the official healthcare provider of FC Cincinnati. Just one on the wall. Maybe some feet to go for goal from that angle. Nearly everybody up for Cincy 2, who have clawed their way back into the pendulum swing of this game's momentum. To the back post and needed a tip over the bar. Luke Pruder providing it. Well, it was an audacious effort to go for goal and maybe even just to put it in that danger zone for Luke Pruder between coming out versus staying on his line. Had to make a decision. Backpedaling does enough to concede the corner kick. Sent in with plenty of height. Still bouncing around. An awkward volley attempt. And Mosquera didn't catch all that one. Needed maybe another pass instead of a hip height volley through traffic. Cincy 2 have kept numbers forward here, trying something a little bit different off the ball. Rogers will have to adapt. Got it away, only as far as Brown. Nearly intercepted. And the hosts have won it back. Federico Higuain showing his frustration on the touchline. Spire. Towards the back post and headed away by Brown. Mounting pressure from FC Cincinnati too. Towards the 6-yard box, punched away by Pruder. Chirilla on the curler, body in the way. Clipped back in, allowed to bounce. Not grabbed cleanly. That's because Luke Pruder was fouled. Sammy Lechkar was there right on the doorstep, just trying to get the flick on header. You can see him push from behind against Chris Rogers. That's what the referee had spotted. As Rogers again going down and winning another foul. Kept in play, but to no avail. That attacking energy that Crew 2 had in the 10 to 20 minute range of this match has died out a little bit, becoming more of a back and forth affair as we eclipse the final quarter of an hour of the first half. Long throw. Work to do for Hefes, who goes down as well. No whistle this time. Taken quickly for Spire. There has been some more pressure as well from FC Cincinnati 2 off the ball. Getting up close and personal with Crew 2's back line. On goal kicks especially. Just keeping numbers forward to win the second ball like this. Here's Spire now. He'll have a go. And Pruder makes the diving stop. "25 yards out. Smart idea to try and bounce it toward goal, make it unpredictable. Pruder stayed on his feet as long as he could, did really well to read that bounce and just push it aside. Now, most of these corner kicks have been played to the back post. Will anything be done differently this time around? There's an open man at the top of the box. It's over his head. It was Mascara. There's a nasty collision there. Unintentional, but full force. Looked like Kevin Bombley, who took the worst of it, was second in scoring for the club last year after signing on loan from Ivoire Academy. Ivorian's second so far this year, tied with Chase Adams at 6 apiece. Gets the flick to Zenge, the top goal scorer. And play will go on, but only for a moment. Crew 2 had the fast break, but the foul brings it back. A few protests from the Capybaras, but the decision won't be changed. That's a long whistle. And the card already out of the pocket. Chance Palilo is already on a yellow card. This is going to be a sending off. The 16-year-old may have taken the worst of the impact, but he'll be given his marching orders anyhow. Referee Laura Rodriguez has the red card in her left hand. This will be the third red card in less than 90 minutes of soccer over last weekend, this weekend combined for FC Cincinnati too. They will go down to 10 in the derby. And he has to know better not to slide in on a yellow like that. It's poor, it's late, it's high, and it's absolutely a yellow card. The referee doesn't have a choice. Unfortunate to see him need assistance walking off the field, and the insult to injury is raised to the sky as Malilo sees red. The crowd stunned into silence again. They were up in arms when Ayub Lashar picked up his second yellow last week against Revs 2 to join Dylan Hurtado in the locker room for an early shower. That is 3 red cards in 74 minutes of soccer for FC Cincinnati 2. And just when they were building momentum, just when the ball was rolling in the right direction, they were winning their duels. They were keeping things in the final third. They were taking shots. All of that will become so much more difficult now. Chance Malilo, one of 8 academy players this season for FC Cincinnati 2 to make an MLS Next Pro debut. Sent off in the 37th minute. Another whistle this time, but no card. Clipped into the area, knocked down, and away by Sullivan. Chirilla on an island giving chase as the pursuit continues to Rogers. Now Chirinos, Columbus going more direct. Whipped back in and claimed by Dale. This portion of the match is brought to you by Allegiant, official airline partner of FC Cincinnati. Chirilla scored in the 62nd last time out against Crew 2. Hard tackle on the far side, and it will be a Cincinnati free kick. Funny enough, this is the 14th meeting all-time in MLS Next Pro between these two sides. Nobody has won twice in a row since late 2023 when Columbus Crew 2 won 4 in a row. Cincinnati have never won against Columbus back-to-back in MLS Next Pro. They could do that for the first time tonight. What a win it would be with 10 men. Few players forward toward goal again, and Pruder very comfortable claiming that one. Wants to go quick. Adams happy to oblige. Again, going right over the top. And out of his area is Dale. Hits of goalkeeping from the teenager. Rogers, diagonal ball into the feet of Zenge, who is straight offside. Zenge again, sharing the wealth. Underlapping run to the near side. Good enough for a corner kick. First corner kick since the 9th minute for Columbus. I've now turned up the pressure a little bit. Lovely little cutback. And then poked forward again. Awkward cross to deal with. Still bouncing around. And an emphatic volley that only just arced wide. From that sort of distance, it's really going to take something special. And it nearly was. Looks like Johan Chirinos in the hunt for his second goal of the campaign. He got his first in just 10 minutes off the bench against NYCFC 2. The match before last. That earned him the start last time out against CT United, where he played the full 90. Back in the fold tonight for Federico Higuain's first 11. The goal drought will stretch to 5 halves of soccer for FC Cincinnati 2. Felix Sampson found the back of the net in the 64th minute against Chattanooga on the 17th of May. The Orange and Blue have played twice since then without scoring. That could change now. Chirilla, good idea. Driven shot, poked away. It was Areo Reina having a go, and he does love a goal against Columbus. Now Zenge once again on the prowl, on his right. Onto the far side where it was intercepted. 3 minutes at a minimum to be added on. Mosquera wants to run. Almost kept it in play. He's got to track back in a hurry now, though. Chirinos. Kawamachi. Forward for Bomblay. Still going and off the crossbar. Adams couldn't keep it in play. As Bombley hits the woodwork for a second time tonight. How unlucky can you be against your rivals, no less? The captain denied by the post, and now the crossbar. Roughly 20 minutes after he struck the woodwork. It happens again in first half stoppage time. Neat little move, nearly opening up space to run through for Charlie Holmes. Clattering at midfield. Camden Spire brave into the challenge, but it's Crew 2 the other way. Senge goes down, free kick, right in the final minute of the first half. And certainly within shooting range. Looks to be about 30 yards out. Senge will stand alone. Looking to provide his third assist of the season. Decent ball in. Not dealt with. And then fired over the bar from close range. The opportunity gets away from the visitors. Chris Rogers was there waiting at the top of the 6-yard box. And then just put his foot through it with far too much power as the first half comes to a close. Scoreless between Cincinnati and Columbus through 45 minutes. Coming up in our halftime show, we'll be taking a close look at a pair of players, our MLS Next Road connections to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, plus highlights in our upcoming schedule after this timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
Welcome back. The stories of Next Pro players making their MLS debut are always fun. Let's follow Columbus midfielder Owen Prestis as he recently made his way into his Major League Soccer debut in New Jersey.
past few years, you've definitely seen a growth in the willingness from the whole club just to give opportunity to young players, which is huge for myself as a homegrown, but also just the younger guys. When you get out there on the field, it's definitely like, wow, the first 5 minutes you're like taken back a little bit. But then, as the game went on and as I felt the ball at my foot, as I started communicating and hearing the other players, that's like home. It's just so fun to play and be out there, and the feeling of a through ball going where you want it to, or the feeling of winning an aerial duel, or the feeling of making a tackle. It's the game I've been playing my whole life. I've been working super hard. I think I just felt a lot of trust. When Laurent said congrats on the debut, in the moment it was like, wow. He coached me in my first few professional games with Crew 2. That was surreal, and whenever my next appearance is, just building off of it and how can I make that positive for a result or positive for the team. It was pretty cool.
I just love to score goals. I just love to make the fans happy. I just love to see other people smile.
Sumo Jr. slaloming through, and that's just staggering from Carolina core. Sumo Jr. trying to head it along. Sumo Jr. tucks it in, and it's headed down and past Juan Rojas. Anthony Sumo Jr., the breakthrough.
Growing up in Liberia, I grew up just watching people play at a high level. Like my dad played for the Liberian national team. All his brothers, they all play for the Liberian national team. My uncle, all my uncles, everybody that I grew up around, George Weah, they all play at a very, very high level, and my eyes was open to it at such a young age. And just talking about it makes me passionate because football was the only thing they had, and it helped change their life, and it helped change my life. So they all just helped push me.
Growing up around the game gave Anthony an early love for it. But there was one person he always aspired to be like.
When you're very young, you just play for fun. You just have fun. Every time you see a ball, it's like it releases all your troubles, all your problems, and you're just playing and just enjoying yourself and having fun. So I never really pay attention to being a professional soccer player, but I knew I always wanted to be like my dad. And I always wanted to be like him personality-wise, and how he raised me, how he grew up, the amount of integrity he had, and how he respected other people. And those are the things that I wanted to be like first before I even thought about being anything else.
When Anthony moved to the United States with his mom and sisters, life changed quickly.
Migrating from Liberia to the United States, me and my mom and two little sisters, it was very interesting at first because we never really thought about moving to a different country and changing our life, leaving our families behind, and just leaving a lot of things. So just migrating over here and coming to the US, we faced a lot of adversity, and my mom, she had to go through the mud to work every day, 2 or 3 jobs, just for us to have the opportunity that we have today. I give thanks and glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because without him, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in today, because I think he gave me the strength and the courage to keep driving, to keep striving every day, because life is not as easy as you think it is.
No matter where he was, the game always felt the same to Anthony. It was the place where he felt most like himself.
My dad always tells me that. He always tells me you was born to be a professional football player, or you was born to be a football player. No matter where you play at, football is still the same. Whether you play in mud, you play on sand, it's still the same. It never changed. So for me, whenever I step into any environment, whenever I step into anywhere, I just pray to God for him to shine his light through me so I can be able to do what I love.
We're going to get it through, and a quick counter for Sumo. Gets a shot and scores! Sumo strikes back for Carolina!
Carolina core gave Anthony an opportunity. That trust is something he carries with him every time he plays.
Carolina has changed my life, and they were the first club to give me the opportunity to achieve my dreams, and I'm just grateful and thankful. That's why every time I step onto the field, I want to give everything that I can for this club and for the fans and everybody else.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the city of angels to the heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
At this summer's FIFA World Cup, 105 players at the tournament have spent time with an MLS club, with 44 of these players developed through the MLS player pathway. Of these 44 players, 19 spent time in MLS Next Pro. Fans can get a closer look at this historic group by heading to MLSNextPro.com. What an incredible story. What an incredible time for this sport in this country and beyond. 45 minutes down between Cincinnati and Columbus in the rubber match this season of the Heck is Plausible Derby. We take a look at some of the other scores around the league. Whitecaps getting the big win over North Texas in the shootout. It took 6 PKs for Chattanooga to grab the second point against Atlanta. Real Monarchs with a 4-1 win over Timbers 2. Carolina Core keep the clean sheet over the Eastern Conference leaders, Crown Legacy FC, as Orlando City B hot on their heels, just 2 points behind Crown Legacy after a win over Huntsville. So looking ahead in MLS Next Pro, it is a triple header on Wednesday night, capped off with Tacoma Defiance and Dynamo Dos atop the Western Conference at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. CT United and FC Cincinnati 2 will play on Thursday before a bunch of matches on Saturday as well. As a reminder, all of the action available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Let's take a look at the highlights of this first half. Scoreless thus far. As we see the tail of the tape, it went back and forth since the off. Columbus had a couple great chances. This was one of them. Just in front of goal. Connor Dale didn't quite get a hand to it, but he was nowhere near the attempt off the post from Kevin Bomblay in the 21st minute. Fast forward a little bit more. Bomblay again, this time forcing a good low stop out of the U16 Academy goalkeeper. And then the other direction, another Academy player, Camden Spire, has been a bright spark in recent weeks for this club, unable to find the back of the net. This was the first booking for Chance Malilo, the 16-year-old flying in, the only booking of the match until the 37th minute, with the second booking also to Malilo, which would be his red card. FC Cincinnati 2 down to 10 men. Malilo needing help off the field as he has shown the red card to rub salt in the wound. After that, Crew 2 started to wake up a little bit in the final third. Got a few more chances in the last few minutes of the first half, like this one. From range, the volley squeaking wide from Johan Chirinos. And then the woodwork struck again by Kevin Bomblay again off the crossbar in first half stoppage time. And it would end 0-0 through 45 minutes after Chris Rogers couldn't convert from close range. So we will step aside one more time when we come back the second half from NKU Soccer Stadium. Back in a bit.
Yeah, boys hear cinnamon, flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best, can rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions, trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next, just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud, don't worry about what next. Just know we got now, oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next, just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back to NKU Soccer Stadium. Phil Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. If you're just joining us, Cincinnati reduced to 10 men after Chance Malilo was shown red in the 37th minute. The orange and blue on the right side of your screen. Columbus Crew 2 in the yellow on the left. They've had the lion's share of offensive chances. The captain, Kevin Bombley, striking the post and the crossbar 20 minutes apart. They have yet to find the opener. The 14th all-time meeting between these two sides. There has not been a repeat winner in 3 years. FC Cincinnati 2 could do that with a win tonight. It has turned into a lovely evening in the Bluegrass State, and plenty of orange and blue faithful on hand for the final round of the Heck is Plausible Derby in 2026. Both coaches have addressed their charges as we await the whistle of Laura Rodriguez. Only 2 yellow cards in that first half, both to one player. What will the second half have in store? Cincinnati have already made one change. Leo Orejarena came on early in the match for Adamar Chavez. Orejarena dancing past defenders already. Scored last time out in that win back in May for Cincinnati against Columbus. So too did Stefan Chirilla in that game. Haven't said his name a whole lot tonight. That could very well change. A lot of soccer left to be played. Physical tackle. One cleanly by Elliott. Just spray to the far side for Brown, who may have lost it in the sun. Said it's a Cincinnati throw. So what changes now in this second half for Cincinnati with one less player on the pitch? It was a 4-3-3 on paper. The fullbacks have stayed high. Dale closed down quickly and forced to just give it away. Chirilla has shifted instead of the three wingers up top, rather two wingers and a forward. It seems to be just him now, with the wide players dropping a little bit deeper into midfield as to prevent any overloads from Crew 2. Columbus have been completing their passes well, especially the routine 5 to 10 yard ones. Is when they've gone direct, they've seen a little bit less luck. Going for goal was Bombley. May not have intended to, but that cross just dipping back towards the net. He's got 3 goals in his last 3 matches. Looking to continue the hot form. Now a better look at that layout for both sides. You can see the midfield line for Cincinnati and how strict they want to be with their positioning. Malilo was tasked to play a bit of a double pivot with his academy teammate, Camden Spire. Now that's shifted a little bit now. In his absence, Michael Sullivan will likely step up. Scored his first Cincinnati goal back in May. Pennsylvania native, played his college ball with the Panthers of Pitt. His head coach Sammy Castellanos spoke about the toughness of ACC soccer and what prepared him for this next level in his sophomore year as a pro now. As you can see, the gesticulation from Federico Higuain, wanting to go forward, wanting to go direct. We saw that a few times in that first half for Crew 2. But the positioning of Zach Zenge has made it a little bit difficult. Not because it's been poor, but because it's been unpredictable. He likes to drift into those channels and get on the ball rather than be a true out-and-out 9. That's instead where Chase Adams can step in. This is his first appearance in June. He's got 6 goals on the year. A name that Capybara fans know well. But interestingly enough, if Columbus decide to go direct again, they'll be bypassing that midfield third where they have the numbers now. Instead, you'd really expect Cincinnati to be the ones to go over the top with that Route 1 ball. But then again, to expect the unexpected is exactly how Federico Higuain has guided this side to 26 points. They were second in the East coming into this weekend. They've moved down to 4th now with both Orlando and New England picking up wins. They have a chance to go back up to 2nd if they can get a win of their own against bitter rivals. But Federico Higuain, his 2nd year at the club, guiding them to a very strong first half of the season, which was important, he said, after last year's campaign. The 2022 champions Columbus, the 2023 finalists, last year only mustered 22 points, just 5 wins from 28 matches. Great ball forward, but the flag will go up against Adams, rolling it into the net, and may get a yellow card. And in fact, he will.
Automatic booking for kicking the ball away, referee.
The fans show their approval for Adams' delay of the restart. To circle back to last year, to this for Columbus. It's a halfway decent finish, but of course it wouldn't count. And it was well after the whistle. Only 22 points last year for Columbus. They finished dead last in the Eastern Conference. But ever since preseason, said head coach Federico Higuain, the attitude was completely different with this group. They came in ready to work. They showed up since day one with a great character, personality, intensity, and desire to compete. Those were his words. Saying, quote, last season was very challenging for us. This group understood that. This group knows what this badge means, not only to MLS Next Pro, but to the soccer landscape in North America, with how many names have come through Crew 2 to the first team and beyond. Jason Russell-Rowe, Max Arfson, Mohamed Farsi, Patrick Schulte, Owen Prestis, who you saw a little bit more about at halftime. The list goes on and on. Tristan Brown, who signed a first-team contract last year, playing on the left side tonight. Capybaras on the offensive with Brown. It's a lovely move. Ball in, well met. Still bouncing around. Low effort from Kevin Bombley. And it's right at the feet of Connor Dale. But this is the Crew 2 of old and of new. Dangerous in the final third, connecting well. Is a badge to be feared. And they've got numbers again here. The captain Bombley, options either side. For Zenge now, 20 yards out. Adams, flip-flap to his right. He can't get around his mark. Well defended as the whistle sounds. And the yellow card for the earlier challenge, as gesticulated by the head official, over Rodriguez. Cannon Spire is the guilty party. 2 yellow cards now in the first 10 minutes of the second half, after only 2 yellow cards in the full 45 minutes of the first. Short corner. Adu Jamfi going for the top corner. Skying it over the bar by some margin. He has never scored or assisted in 6 matches against FC Cincinnati 2 coming into tonight. And as for now, the streak goes on. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ball & Gaynor, official wealth management partner of FC Cincinnati. Of course, for this group, for FC Cincinnati 2, they have, in their own right, done well to make their badge proud. They finished first in the East back in 2024, made the playoffs again last year, trying to make it 3 in a row now. Curiously enough, last year, FC Cincinnati 2 did not lose a single shootout of the 7 they had They lost in round 1 to Philadelphia of the playoffs, as they did in 2024 to Crown Legacy. But FC Cincinnati 2 this year are the only team not to have a shootout in MLS Next Pro. Six matches on home soil, of which they've won 3. This is the first of 5 in a row at NKU Soccer Stadium. And it may not have been the start to the year that Sammy Castellanos and company was hoping for, but you could see the support for this club. And Coach Castellanos, when we had a chance to talk with him earlier this week, spoke at length about just how special this city is to him. And for these academy players as well, to see what the orange and blue mean to the people of Cincinnati. He said it's at every restaurant, everywhere you go, every grocery store, every gas station, someone has a jersey, a bumper sticker, a flag on their car. There is FC Cincinnati everywhere you go. And the most eye-opening thing, said Coach Castellanos, is that it's all about the family at this club. They've welcomed 8 academy players into that professional family, making their MLS Next Pro debuts this year. Connor Dale, the most recent one, last week, getting the nod in between the posts against Revs 2, almost got his clean sheet. Chance Malilo made his debut as a starter tonight. It only lasted 37 minutes for the 16-year-old. There will likely be much more. He looked to be positive on the ball, if not for 2 tough challenges. Advantage played. Bomblé to the byline, cutting it back. It's a neat move. The first attempt blocked. Clipped straight up. Still pinballing around. Adams making the space. Excellent touch to bring it down. Gets the nutmeg too, Chase Adams. Oh, still going. It's brilliant. And it's snuffed out with force. Emphatically so in the box. Bravery exemplified. Time to perfection. Cincinnati to batten down the hatches in their own third. Senge spinning away, poked away by Spire, the academy man. Scara now weaving his way through traffic. Beat 2, couldn't round a third. Roughly a half hour's time to go. Chirinos. Rather out of jump feet. Look how many more numbers are getting forward now for these crosses. Cincinnati doing a nice job of shutting down the short passing lanes. They have certainly made it feel like 11 versus 11 in this second half. Yet they have still found it difficult to venture out of their own half. It is a constant onslaught of pressure from the Capybaras. And it will result this time around in the offside flag being raised. Bit of an awkward one to deal with. Done well. Chirilla has there. Goalkeeper had come out for it. Called it off, but it didn't look like the ball had the pace to get to him. Throw in taken quickly. Sullivan, eyes wide in there for a moment as he saw support with him, but just mishit it. You could see there were a number of players forward in orange and blue. They're finding the half spaces. Meaty challenge there from Mascara, and he's won the ball. Spire. Surveying, scanning, sees the overlap. Whipped in towards Chirilla. All on his own, trying to get there, putting his head down and going to work. Stefan Chirilla with 3 goals in his last 4 matches. And tonight, his 49th career appearance for the club. Here's Spire once again for Chirilla. Ready to dance, cutting it back. Oreja Reina thought about the shot and does go for it on the second time of asking. Into the heat of traffic. You can hear the encouragement from the home faithful. Cincinnati starting to grow from their cocoon now. Getting forward, stretching a little bit wider. The wings haven't quite yet fully unfurled, but they're on their way. That is their throat. Frustration starting to show for Columbus. They have been a man up for the better part of a half hour and don't have a goal to show for it. Foot race, won by Zenge, pulling it across goal and just flashing wide. Again, he's drifting into those channels. Zach Zenge finding the spaces away from the central pillar vertically of this pitch. This portion of the match brought to you by Skyline Chili, the official partner of FC Cincinnati. Oh, lovely vision there to spot the extra runner. Poked forward, beyond Bomblé. Back for Adu Jamfi. Karimachi trying to keep it alive. As the effort for Chirinos careens off the first defender. Elliott to recycle. Going over, so too does Chirinos, and the whistle will sound. It draws the ire of the Cincinnati crowd, and it is right outside the area. No, has the referee given a penalty here? I think she has. It is. It's right on the line. And the referee says penalty. You can see Lauren Rodriguez check with her assistant. And there will be a conversation here. It's awfully close. It appeared to be right on the line, which, if that's the case, it is considered inside the box. It was oh so close. You can see the first signal is a direct free kick, the arm at a 45-degree angle above her head. And then right here, There's the contact point. Oh my goodness. It's so hard to tell, even slowed down. But the referee will not call that a penalty unless they are absolutely sure. It all comes down to the positioning of the assistant with the flag, who was right on hand to say it was inside the box. And after all that hard work defending for the better part of half an hour with 10 men, Columbus now get the chance to take the lead against Cincinnati with the extra man from 12 yards. As the conversations continue, the judgment will not be swayed. Zenge taking good care of the ball under his right arm. Adams appeared to come over to ask him for his chance at a bite of the apple. As now Zach Zenge stands alone. 7 goals in his last 9 matches. He scored last time out against CT United. Instead, it is Chase Adams, who could take sole possession of second in scoring for the Capybaras. Will have to drown out the cacophony. Adams, saved! It's saved by Connor. The U16 Academy goalkeeper stands tall from the penalty spot. What a moment. Drama in the Derby. And a crowd that was stunned into silence in roaring applause. Columbus still going forward, as now Dale will receive another well-earned round of plaudits. What a moment for the teenage shot stopper. Born June 29th, 2010, an early birthday present, which he will likely never forget, as he claims another. Made his professional debut last week, conceded in second half stoppage time as Cincinnati were reduced to 9 men in heart-wrenching fashion against New England. And now look at this. The crowd asking for a card. Chris Rogers playing into it, hyping them up, the rival fans, encouraging the noise. What a way to end the weekend in MLS Next Pro. And there's still 20 minutes to go. Chris Rogers making his 75th appearance for the club tonight, just 20 years of age and already considered a veteran of the Capybaras, who stride forward again with Zenge leading the charge. In the way is Sullivan, and out of harm's way it goes. Mosquera trying to start the counter, awaiting reinforcements. Arena with a check of the shoulder. Back from whence it came. Spire in a tennis match. He came off Arena last. Not that the crowd agrees. Adams will have to leave the ball this time. He's already got a yellow for kicking it away. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ohio CAT, official partner of FC Cincinnati. A triple change now for Federico Higuain. Nico Rincon, the first to come on. Second is Alex Gimple. It's an attacking-minded change, this, and why not? From Coach Higuain. The third player to enter is O'Neal Taylor, a former Orlando City Academy product. The team Columbus are hot on the heels of in the table. Isaac Heffes at the back will make way. Tristan Brown as well. A Crew 2 to first team products. And Johan Chirinos, who has seen plenty of chances in front of goal. The third and final replacement for now. The lone change for Cincinnati was back in the 18th minute. Leo Rejarena came on for an injured Adamar Chavez. And there may be another change coming soon. Felix Samson can't continue. And it looks like his night is done. Here's Noah Gasson will take his spot. Another academy player making his first appearance since April 13th against Huntsville. Samson, the last player to score for FC Cincinnati 2 in MLS Next Pro. That was 287 minutes ago. The scoreless drought for now goes on. Deflected volley and no chance for Chirilla. Offside again. It will be a photo finish in the Heck is Plausible Derby. Oh, look at the speed on the far side. Numbers waiting for the cutback. It's in the air, and it finds its way across the line from who else but Zach Zenge. His 8th in 10 matches, his 9th of the campaign, and the first of the night. Late on in the rivalry duel. It's pure speed. But look at Zenge, he delays his run. Just waits for the right moment. Bouncing it off of the ground, looping over a helpless defender on the line. The breakthrough was beckoning for Crew 2, and it comes from their top goal scorer. The wind ripped from the sails of FC Cincinnati 2 when they were just starting to put the pieces together. As things stand now, Crew 2 climb into second in the Eastern Conference. Chirilla battling, unsuccessful. Forward for Adams. Chirilla there in support, so too is Connor Dale. Andre Chirilla at the back line. Stefan Chirilla, the man leading the line. Physical tackle, a clean one though from Brent Adujamfi. Sent forward. Too much contact from Spire, who's on a yellow card. The referee will avoid further punishment for now. The only player for Cincinnati on a yellow card right now, Camden Spire. There's just one for Columbus, and it's Chase Adams up top. Jumpy. Swung in. Dangerous one. It's awkward. It's still bouncing around, and it's fired over the bar by O'Neal Taylor. He threw everything behind that one and didn't need to from that sort of distance. It takes a delicate finish. Instead, it's pure power. And that ball traveled far, far away. Taylor does have a goal on the year and will want that one back. It opens up here, but the whistle denies the challenge. Or rather, the charge forward. And goodness gracious, a passionate Cincinnati crowd has started to become just a little bit rowdy now. And there is a push there. You can hear an argument that it's 50-50, or maybe there's a foul there for Columbus. It's really difficult to call that one. It could go either way. But it would have been a clean break for Noah Gasson all by himself. Instead, Zenge, the goal scorer, carrying it forward once again. Shot from range, deflected away. Whistle sounds this time in favor of FC Cincinnati 2. The crowd not quite as fervent in their support for that decision. But they are behind this team no matter what. We spoke of the passion earlier of this city of Cincinnati to making this club what it is today. And they've got a chance to cheer their side on now from a promising free kick opportunity. Charlie Holmes wins the foul. Over it now is Oreja. 80th minute. Trying to force a shootout, or maybe even steal all three. Awkward one for Pruder, but he does ever so well to get it all the way almost to midfield. Stood back up. And this time Pruder will hold. Not for very long. Cincinnati had numbers forward. Crew 2 really don't. Adams well offside. Just trying to draw the back line with him. Oreja. It's a great find, but Pruder off his line quickly. Not a convincing header, and there's a big clash. Gasson goes down hard, holding his head. The referee will have to stop it, and does. He looked to be second to that ball at first glance. I don't know if there's a foul in there, to be truthful. He's second to that ball. He goes in bravely. And unfortunate to be shaken up. I don't think there's anything differently the defender can do there. The space was created. They jumped straight up for the ball. The arms weren't raised in a dangerous manner. But you understand the frustration of the Cincinnati faithful seeing a player go down in that manner. I mentioned at the start of the day that Laura Rodriguez, the center official, had her work cut out for her in a rivalry match There weren't many complaints levied against the red card after 2 reckless challenges from Chance Malilo. Now I think, though, the complaint box might be overflowing. But it's a very difficult job to referee these sort of games. And more importantly, player safety first and foremost, as Noah Gasson looks to be okay to continue. Possession was established with Columbus. It'll be their drop ball to restart. And because of the treatment, Gasson will have to wait till he is beckoned back on the field. So Cincinnati temporarily down to 9. Not for very long, I'd imagine. Fourth official thought there was going to be a change made, but Sammy Castellanos keen to keep Gasson in the fray. And just like that, he is back at a full sprint. 1-2. Played for Bamblay. It was his speed that created the first goal. He's now switched to that far side where he's seen a little bit more success charging down the channel. This is Elliott for Rogers. Acres of green grass afforded to the back line for Columbus. No more high press with the red card. Keen to switch the point of attack, exemplifying patience and consistency in their passing. Rogers again, the swing point. Kawamachi as well, dropping in between the 2 center halves, just as an extra body. Adu Jumfi. Clever idea. Well read by Dale. Time winding down to find an equalizer for the hosts. Appeals for the foul. Chirilla certainly wanted one. Not the only one asking for the call. That doesn't come their way. Oh, what a flick. Leo Orejuela. Lovely move. Gasson goes over. Again, the whistle stays silent. Sammy Castellanos now pleading his case, but only for a moment, before going right back into coaching mode. Issuing instruction, trying to find a leveler. Leshko, this time, does hear the whistle in his favor. Sami Lashkar, the man from Villepinte in France. Played with the FC Metz Academy in his home country before coming to the U.S. to play college soccer with UNC Greensboro, leading his team in minutes for 70 career appearances as cannons fire. Receives a well-earned round of applause. Shea Munyang, a last-minute attacking change. The big forward onto the battlefield. 2 goals in his last 3 appearances. How they need him now. Gasson, clever pass. Orejuela wins the throw. 86th minute. Time not on Cincinnati's side. Look at this now. Columbus have started to sit in a little bit with only a few minutes left. They welcome the attack from Cincinnati. This one doesn't last very long. Numbers racing forward. Bambley had the overlap with him and has space if he can get there, but he's second to it. You can see Federico Higuain at the bottom of your screen motioning his team back. He wants to weather the storm, but going forward with pace, plenty of fresh legs as well. O'Neal Taylor, one of them, wants a call, doesn't get it. Now Orejuela. Pursued from behind. Has to share the wealth. Up towards Niang, who goes over. Referee says it's his foul. Rogers wins the free kick. Didn't look like he was going to get anywhere near this one, Shewon Yang, and he does trip up Rogers accidentally. It's a foul, not an egregious one by any means, but just another point of frustration for this Cincinnati side. Down to 10 in the first half. Given a spot kick against them in the second, which was saved brilliantly. In the 68th minute, Chase Adams denied his 7th goal of the year by the 15-year-old Connor Dale. It would only take 6 more minutes, though, until Crew 2 did find their goal. Zach Zenge for his 9th of the year. As of now, the winner. There may be more blood to draw here for Crew 2. A swing and a miss as the ball goes skyward. Miscued by Bambley. Pushed back forward and then shielded out of play by Holmes. '90th minute from NKU Soccer Stadium. The final match of the weekend in MLS Next Pro. The final round of the Heck is Plausible Derby in 2026. Coming down to the final minutes on a 1-0 scoreline. Would you have it any other way? No dice. The line-breaking ball intercepted. Holmes was asking a lot with that pass, just hoping, praying, sending it forward for some good to come of it. Instead, Crew 2 have looked rock solid since scoring at the back. Zenge. Taylor. Still with Taylor. Pass into no man's land. Five minutes. An eternity for Columbus. Far too little in the eyes of Cincinnati, I'm sure. It's a bit of a offensive shift for FC Cincinnati too. Chirilla was the lone forward in this second half. After the sending off, Shewon Yang has now joined him in a 2-striker pairing. But it's the shape of Crew 2 with the overload in midfield since the red card that has made it so difficult for the host to progress the ball. As again, time afforded to the Capybaras in possession. Karumachi to the far side and to the corner flag. Maybe a little early for that. But it's a possession game now for the visitors. Columbus doing a nice job of winning the second ball as well. O'Neal Taylor has been a bright spot since coming on, leading another charge, spearheading the attack for Zenge. Gasson trying to shrug him off it. Gets a handful of the jersey and still can't stop him. This to win it. Cleared away. Brent Adujumfi couldn't make sure. And now a chance on the foot race as two players go down. The whistle sounds. It's uproar. That was the chance for Cincinnati. This was the chance at the other end. Blocked bravely away. Brent Adujumfi couldn't wrap up all 3 points. And Mosquera again still with gas in the tank as Shewon Yang is called for a foul off the ball. He was clean through on goal. The whistle has drawn the ire once again of the orange and blue faithful. Three red cards in 2 matches for FC Cincinnati 2. And the insult to injury will be a loss to their bitter rivals. Time to take this down, though, and set this up. Mosquera does well to pluck it out of the sky. Play goes on through the contact. Gasson, Oreja, everybody forward. Chirilla now on his toes. First cross blocked, falls right back to him. Back for Andre Chirilla. Corner kick. Hopeful flag flies in the air. The ball placed by the corner flag in the 95th minute now. Everybody at the back post except for one player right in front of Luke Pruder, the goalkeeper. Movement now. Headed away. Mosquera. Decent ball in. Tantalizingly close. Still time, still a chance, and another corner kick. To the back post, headed on, and away at the top of the 6. Mosquera, one last heave. Into 3 yellow shirts as Crew 2 get the last laugh in the derby. The third and final round in 2026 of Heck is Plausible goes to the Capybaras. Zach Zenge, the hero for the visitors. His 74th minute goal earns him tonight's Man of the Match honors presented by Adidas. Move made on the far side, the lone trailing run. Nobody picked him up, calling for it. It came his way, and he made no mistake. In awkward fashion, yet they all count the same. Just over the head of an outstretched defender on the goal line. And that will do it for the derby, for the evening, and for the weekend in MLS Next Pro. 1-0 the final, Columbus victorious over bitter rival Cincinnati. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. I've been Philip Galati. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.